I'm one of the partners of Generate Energy. We're an electrical contracting company that specialises in solar installations and battery storage.
At the moment we have two full teams of installers, and they come in the morning, they load up the equipment with all the picked materials from the store, and they go out all over Adelaide, metropolitan Adelaide, installing solar panel systems.
We are specialists in solar and battery storage. It's what we do day in and day out.
We have a bit of a mix of residential and commercial. Probably at the moment 70% is residential, 30% on the commercial sector. So we cater from everybody from a 3 kilowatt system to 100, 200 to 300 kilowatt systems. So the first thing to look at is obviously how much energy the property is using. So we sort of try and get some history from our electricity bills to see how many kilowatts on average per day that the customer is using. And then from there we start designing a system. We sort of speak to them and say, is it more of a morning or afternoon or during the middle of the day there's a majority of consumption, and try and match the solar panels in the facing of the maximum consumption. Most people for Adelaide do a north and a western orientation, so that means during the middle of the day right to the late afternoon we're generating good amounts of energy to supply to the household. And obviously if you've got a battery there, the battery will be topped up with the additional energy that's not being used from the property. Homeowners around Adelaide should really be thinking about quality. You know, we've seen a lot of cheap and nasty panels come into the market, and everybody's got a friend who's got that story of, oh, my solars don't work anymore, my panels don't operate, my inverters had to be replaced. It should be just done from the start. You spend a bit of extra money and get it done properly.
Yes, we believe that homeowners in Adelaide should choose a higher quality product. There's many products in the solar industry that some of them are good, some of them are bad. It's hard for the average punter to know what is good in the industry, so using well-known brands is always a safe bet.
Typically, just out of installing a solar panel system, we would expect a 50 to 70% reduction in your energy bills. You're not really going to achieve a zero energy bill out of just installing the solar. You need to install the battery because you're going to use energy in the evening. So you need to recoup that energy during the daytime, store it in the battery, and then use that energy off the battery in the evening for your property.
The feed-in tariffs are generally being eroded over time, so it now can make economic sense to actually charge up your battery with that excess power and then discharge it at night time when generally you're actually buying power from the grid. With the South Australians, we've got the highest energy bills in the world, so it can be anywhere from a 3 to 5 year return on a solar system. In the commercial sector, so it's the same. For up to 100 kilowatts, you can easily get anywhere from a 2 to 5 year return, which the bean counters always love. This is definitely cheaper to pay a little bit more up front because the return on investment, like the LG product, has a high yielding panel out of the box.
We see time and time again systems that are lasting 3 to 5 years that we're having to go out and remove for customers. And yes, they've saved a little bit of money from the start by going a little bit cheaper, but in the long run, it's going to cost them more because they're having to spend thousands of dollars to repair or replace that system.
All panels have a 25-year performance warranty. It's more of a performance guarantee. Someone years ago got smart with marketing, but at the end of the day, it's impossible to actually prove a 25-year performance warranty. You have to pay someone to take the panel off your roof, send it to Sydney, and then, if they do find there's a problem with it in 10 years' time, they might say, oh, well, here's $25 back. It's the cost of that panel, so it's cost you $400 to actually get it sent there. So at the end of the day, the 25-year performance warranty is not worth the paper it's written on. Most products have a 12 or 10 to 12 year product warranty that includes labour. Companies like LG have gone the next step and extended theirs from 15 to now 25, so they actually have a real 25-year warranty.
We highly recommend the LG product for the 25-year warranty. Everything on the rooftop that's exposed to the elements has the full 25-year manufacturer's warranty, which is parts, labour, freight, everything including, and also has one of the best degradation warranties on the market, meaning that in 25 years or in the future, those panels won't degrade as much as other panels that are on market.
Generate Energy has been with us for many, many years. They're the authorised LG dealer for the wider Adelaide area. There have been lots of good positive customer reviews. They focus on the best financial outcome of a system that lasts for a long, long time. With the LG panel and great inverter solutions, we can highly recommend them.